Takeaways from the Wolves holding down home court with their wins in Game 3 and Game 4.
Monsieur McCats.
What was the question again?
Biggest takeaways from the Wolves holding down home court in their Game 3 and Game 4 wins.
I think the biggest takeaway was Anthony Edwards showing up and saying, "Fuck you, pay me." You gotta earn this, and we not laying down no more for no false king. It's my turn.
Luka slander already?
It's my turn. What's up? Take the king's throne and Edwards. We're not playing no more. Send him home. Told Obama to his face, "I'm the truth."
The king did co-sign that, also telling Obama, yes, he is the truth.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I think
Sipping rather loudly from the Cemetery Larry Cup.
JJ Redick, being a rookie coach, reared his nasty, ugly head. That was my notes. In this situation, in this sense. I looked up how many minutes that LeBron James has played before the other day.
40-year-old LeBron James, year 22.
Yes, the 40-year-old LeBron James, right?
40-year-old man.
It's called how many playoff minutes he's played. You can't expect that for a 40-year-old, all the greatness that he has shown, all the heroics that he's shown, he's still human, man.
Yeah.
And to think that he doesn't need a break. We're going to tell you, I was talking to somebody say, so you don't think he asked him? Of course he asked him. We're going to say no every single time. I don't give a fuck how I'm feeling. I don't want to come out the game. So you can't leave it up to the player. You got to take control of the situation. And I saw Kendrick Perkins said, and I'm going to agree with him, when you're up 10, you got to find a minute or two to get this man out of the game. And look at the end of the third quarter when he went to the bench and the camera was on him. Fucking exhausted. He has to do too much at this age in order for them to compete. You get 90% of your scoring from 4 guys. You're not going to beat nobody in a series that way. I don't care for who them, you're not. It's just too much in these moments, man. Like, you got to rely, like, you didn't get to this point only playing 5 guys, man. You didn't. And you look at Indiana, right? This is second quarter. Rick Carlisle done played 10 guys already. This is how I got here. This is how I've been successful at getting here.
The Knicks do it.
Them dudes ain't 40. They've been doing it. Josh Hart has been doing it. Mikal Bridges done played 600 straight games. They've been doing it. They ain't 40. They don't have that many miles. They got LeBron shit in yellow on the fucking Basketball Reference because these are career numbers. Minutes played, career number. Minutes playoff played, career numbers. Nobody's close to these numbers as far as minutes on the floor.
So you got to win when you on them.
Has to do too much, man.
It might be over. It might be over.
He has to do too much. He needs help. Luka's out there. But the things that LeBron does is trying to overcome, Luka has no interest in those parts of the fucking game.
That's what I said about the AD situation.
Right? So people
for
want to talk about the trade and all, like, at least you got that part of it from him. And he was averaging fucking 26.
He wasn't supposed to. We didn't say we was going to win this year like that.
But
and it ain't over.
It ain't over. Of course, you still got games to play.
We did smoke the Michael Malone pack, though.
Still have games
Very
to play.
potent.
Why you keep bringing people into this conversation?
Are you concerned?
Like, y'all playing the Minnesota Timberwolves right now.
No, I'm just saying we were smoking the Michael Malone pack.
Well, you need to worry about this Timberwolves pack.
We thought that would give us a clear lane.
You need to worry about this Timberwolves pack. This Wolf. You need to worry about this Wolf pack. Right? This the pack you need to worry about. This fucking Wolf pack.
Sweet.
Right? So
enjoy this moment, gentlemen.
Maybe ring the bell.
But I'm trying to help y'all out here.
Yesterday was sad.
I'm trying to help y'all out here.
Yesterday was sad.
Are you concerned?
Yesterday was very sad. Like, I don't think nobody watched any other games after that Laker game. Like, it was.
The TV was on.
You know, it's just. I blame Shannon Sharp ass, man. His whole energy just fucked us up.
You're not gonna blame Kevin Gates?
It's all his fault.
Y'all ain't won a game since he showed up at the
Man, nobody thinks.
0-3.
I forgot all about him. You know, he's trying
Bringing
to.
people into this conversation.
That's what I'm
0-3.
saying, Kenyon.
How about the 5 guys that played
Yeah.
the dude that made the decision for all of
I'm
them?
gonna do
How
some
about
Shannon.
the
What's
front
his name?
office?
Shannon
How about
Sharp.
we get into the front office?
We're talking about the dudes that hold on.
We talk about
So we let's go
Los
to the-
Angeles Lakers
Yeah, let's go to the hand part of the
are
ball
addicted
call.
to the nostalgia of a fading star that they refuse to let off. Instead of building the future of the Los Angeles Lakers, they're riding a story.
You can't be.
But do you feel like making
that?
that Luka trade wasn't building towards the future of this Lakers, bringing in 26-year-old
Well, we're talking about
Luka
the
Doncic?
last 7 years.
Not when LeBron is still there.
The last 7 years they've been riding this wave because they've been waiting for this to be a part of credit. They get credit for having LeBron last instead of building a future that can last. And that's been the problem because they haven't built any sustainable rosters that can have veteran leadership into the playoffs that can get you past the second round. So you haven't been past the second round because the front office refuses to get guys in the offseason that can sustain that.
Didn't make a Western Conference Final.
Yeah.
2020.
That wasn't good enough.
And it's a 50-win team.
Didn't win the hardest championship in NBA history
Wasn't good enough.
in 2020.
Well, we're talking about 2025 here, dog.
And here we are.
And it's not over.
Keep
Be acting
fucking
like
living
it's
in the
over.
past, man.
You talked the last 7 years,
You
Kenyon.
can't be living
Like,
in the past.
Why
You're
y'all
down
want to?
3-1.
We're talking about
It
it
was
now.
number 3 in the West. In the West.
Okay,
They
they
down-
are.
they down.
They are currently.
So that's-
you are currently the 3 seed, right? You're
Why are
currently
you
the 3
down?
seed in
Why are you
2025,
down?
and I want to talk about it.
A 6 seed
ain't-
is being.
I don't want to talk about what y'all did.
Come on, man.
Why,
the bubble and shit.
why does your star have 0 points in the fourth quarter?
Can't blame LeBron.
I'm looking at the totality of the whole thing. Right? You got some young dogs over there that's not afraid. Right? You got some
Luka
young
had the
wolves
flu.
over there that ain't afraid of the old dog.
Luka had
Ant
the flu.
Edwards didn't go pushing Luka. He wasn't
Luka had
pushing
the
Luka,
flu.
right? Can you imagine Ant pushing Luka like that?
Elder abuse, actually.
You remember
so
that? You see that?
No place in the game
That's
for it.
just like now. If you was at the gym, they'd be messing with you. Like
Really?
so old
think
ass
so?
doing up here.
You think so?
Yeah,
You don't
man.
believe that. You don't believe that.
Shout out, those muscles
was-
functional. They're
No,
functional.
they're not. Not
They're
if you-
functional muscles.
So did
But they
LeBron
still-
hit his hand or his wrist?
The ref cheated all yesterday. It was just
I'm asking a question. That was a question, y'all.
It was.
Well, technically, the wrist part of the hand,
I didn't ask you that was his hand. Of course, it's attached.
it is attached to the hand.
Yeah. Was it his wrist or his hand?
should have been going the other way.
That was Rodney.
Is that what yeah. Oh, that was Rodney that answered? Oh, because he can see it. Oh. So,
Hey, look, man.
yeah,
It's all right. It ain't
it
over.
wasn't his
We going back to
hand.
LA.
It was his wrist.
10 seconds left.
Paolo, can we cue that
Yeah,
that
cue it
video
up.
up? for us?
See that?
Do we got to see it?
So let's
I
go
didn't see
back.
that
Let's go
angle.
back to that play that altered the
Let's see the
game.
angle. Let me.
Hold on. So we got the same blurred vision that we showed on the Aaron Gordon dunk, just by the way. So whatever that camera was, we got it.
The
When they
AC
show
one,
that?
no,
We
it was
showed it.
different
No,
camera. The league said that they never used the camera they had for LeBron in the history of basketball.
Sounds good. Who
Merely there to ruin the Lakers' hopes and
league
dreams.
said that?
Adam Silver.
That was a good one.
Said, joke's on you, niggas. We've had this camera for 50
this camera
years,
the whole
never
time.
used it. The AC 130.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Let's take a look, though.
Go.
Like really? Like when the game is on the line, why do teams continuously run pick and rolls? To try to get a certain matchup.
Lazy.
Right?
It's lazy.
To get a certain matchup. Why? When the game is on the line.
They feel-
Because what they prove, no, hold on, just hear me out. In y'all situation, right? End of the game, y'all run the pick like they just double teamed him.
They just double team to get it out of his hand.
They just double teamed
You
to get it out of his
welcome in
hand.
a double team.
And then the other, you threw it to the next best guy. Guess what they did? Double teamed him too.
So you're not even playing the play out of this. Just like whatever happens.
So let me ask you. So if it's his hand,
Never
can you
before
see,
seen camera
Can you
angle.
see his fingers?
You can't see.
We see his
This is
his knuckles are
here,
covered
and
by
this is
LeBron.
That's
here.
wrist.
Right.
That's
His
wrist.
Knuckles covered.
That's his
Huh?
wrist.
Whose knuckles?
The extension of his knuckles covered.
Is he hitting the ball though?
What the 10?
Does he ever?
Yeah.
Does he ever actually hit the ball?
The side of his pinky hand appears to karate chop the ball.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Shout out Mr. Miyagi.
I mean, you don't call that? You're not gonna want that call?
They ain't called it for the Knicks, huh, Nick?
As an ethical basketball player, I wouldn't want to get.
You wouldn't want that, right?
I would have did like Alex in the commercial.
Do you think
like,
LeBron will? Do you
No,
think if
no.
LeBron is Ant-Man on that call, he's asking for a foul?
See, that's the thing.
You don't think LeBron is going
And that's-
crazy? Ah!
That's the thing. That's the thing, right?
ESPN didn't want to post my tweet. I'm mad at them.
What was the tweet shot? Because
What I just said.
Okay.
How the hell are you sitting there saying the ball's a part of the hand is part of the ball and you clearly hit his wrist? So if that's the case,
It wasn't this high.
if that's the case, you clearly don't foul nobody
So
when
it's
you hit their hand.
6%
Like
wrist, 94%.
So back to
hand.
what you were just like, if you got the ball, LeBron, and Anthony Edwards went across your wrist, do you want that call or not? And the answer to that is,
Well, LeBron's an ethical man, ethical basketball player.
No, we'll go back to Boston, right?
like I just
we'll
said,
go back to the Boston.
like I just said earlier, we all.
Go back to the Boston.
What I said, we all are what?
The no call.
What I
no
just say,
call.
we all are what? Liars.
You
Lie.
did say that earlier.
Right?
so.
For sure.
So therefore,
We can sell the fuck out of that motherfucker.
therefore, bruh, yeah,
And we gonna die on that hill. We will die on that hill. Till they get
part of the
that
ball.
call, you ain't gonna get it. We gonna sell it.
No, your hand does hit him on his wrist. So.
Can't get it.
So
If it's me as a defender, no, I don't want you to call that.
Hell no.
As an offensive player,
I need that.
I want you to
need that.
please call.
All of my
Right? So
forms.
yeah, we are
Don't touch my body.
we are full of shit at its finest, people.
They should ask
Right?
you for that in the NBA.
Right there.
Ask you for it. Shoot for it.
At the top?
Yeah.
At the top?
I'm shooting
Oh,
for
what
it.
do you make it? I get
I'm
to do I
shooting
get
for
to
it.
do I get
Yeah.
to match it?
shoot for it.
Do I get to
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
That's how I should be able to match it.
Where it
Man,
used
you
to go, we
missed
shoot
the
the
spot.
ball, right?
Shoot for ball.
Yeah.
We saw the play. Obviously, the Lakers called a timeout trying to advance the ball. Wolves challenged. So Lakers end up losing their timeout ability to advance the ball. Help lead
That's
them.
crazy.
help
That's the
lead-
crazier part.
what happened?
To advance the ball.
So ball goes out on Ant. Guys, it's called on the floor. Lakers call a timeout to advance it. Get their last play
Shoot
going.
his free throws.
So it was supposed to be Lakers ball and advance.
Timberwolves decide to challenge during.
Doing it? Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Lakers lose the timeout. Timberwolves get the ball and gets the two
So
free
who
throws.
challenged? Who made the challenge?
Finch.
Finch made the challenge.
Yeah. But so LeBron had these thoughts on the call getting reversed to a foul on him. It's coming right now in the meantime.
That's crazy. On my timeout?
Enjoy these moments, Bron Hader.
So that next possession, you're supposed to advance the ball.
Yeah, but
That's why Luka
That
threw the
play
ball to LeBron and all that
happens
shit happened.
all
10
the
seconds
time.
on.
You know, hand is part of the ball. That's what they say. And,
That is what they say.
I feel like the hand was a part of that ball. I was able to get his hand on top of the ball stripped down and out on him. So, I've seen that play over and over before, but it is what it is.
Last question.
Very ethical LeBron. Very honest, earnest answer.
man,
We
It says on the rule book. The rule book says.
so if his hand was on top of the ball,
That's
and
not
we
a
would it would have been like
call.
this, right?
That's
On the
not a
steel frame that we just all seen, hand on top of the ball as he explaining it, right? This the way it would have looked. One hand on top of the other, you slap down. That's
That's a no call.
a no call because the ball goes down like it. But
Even if you slap
Not the
all my
ball.
hand, all that. As long as my hand touching the ball,
yeah, it's some part of it.
it's a no call.
that's a no call right there.
But in that situation,
I'd probably call a
ref
check on
could
Ant.
change the game. The ref changed
I'm like, how
the
you
game.
acting? No.
But you know what I didn't hear him say?
The ref changed the game for certain people.
What I didn't hear him say? I got to do better in the fourth.
Man,
Well, that was just a small snippet.
I got to do better in the fourth. Man, I got to
you say something about the turnover at half court. Did you say
score some
something about
points for my team to win in the fourth.
that? I'm asking. I didn't see the press conference. Did he say something about the turnover at half court?
We talked about a lot of different topics.
I don't think they want to highlight that stuff. If ESPN can block me, man, goddamn.
Talked about the trick layup he had, the trick layup.
I'm talking about
The Luka one. No, the
It's all
Luka one.
plays.
What about the Luka turnover, though?
But there was a play in the third quarter, too. Brown shot the tech when you had Austin Reeves on the court. Ended up missing that free throw. This is just stuff, go back and watch. But he hit the free throw before I get a tech. He goes and takes the next one, misses that one.
But
Austin
they're
Reeves on
complaining
the court.
about the Luka trip. Like it was a
That's a
trip.
foul.
and it
Flagrant.
played
That's
a
a
part.
foul.
What's
No
that?
place in the game
that's
for
a
things like
foul.
that.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
Slovenian Jesus.
It's a foul.
You should get that call.
It's the same type of call, ain't
He
it?
gets that call
Huh?
in Slovenia.
Ain't it the same type of call? It's the hand on the ball. It used to be no matter how I trip is.
Sometimes people who are overweight, they just keep falling.
But you tripped me.
Yeah.
So
But
people,
sometimes when you can balance yourself when I trip, you be like, hey. And then you be like, whoa. And then it's just a boom. Free Willie.
so people after watching the game reacted that Nico may not have been incorrect in making that move. How did Luka's conditioning look to you, gentlemen?
He got the flu, bro.
He should be able to listen. He's young enough to
26
do
years old.
He's young enough to do what Josh Hart and all them dudes are doing, playing them many minutes. Absolutely, he should be able to do that. LeBron, no, but he should be able to play the whole second half without.
Luka
Should be able
has
to.
the flu.
Okay,
Who poisoned him is the real question.
Yeah, that's shit's crazy.
I think A-Rod.
all right, cool.
The flu.
Okay.
The flu. He had 15 the other night, right? Or 16 or something like
They
that.
say he didn't feel well.
You didn't feel well.
I dig it.
That's usually what happens when you get the itis.
Yeah. Okay, he didn't feel well. I dig he went out there and played. Didn't
Nothing
play well.
a good
All right.
nap can't
I
take
just
care
wanna
of.
He had a
Go
bounce
sleep,
back
man.
game. It wasn't like he played bad the other day.
Had a very good game,
He's just not interested in playing any defense out there, motherfucker.
At all.
which is so you see a 40-year-old LeBron coming through, getting some big stops towards the end of the
It
game, blocking
it
shots.
doesn't inspire him at all.
Wow.
There's so many lost plays out there, man. They defense have to do so much to cover for him. Like, dudes get wide open looks because they got to be so far at the elbows when the guy has the ball on him at the top of the key.
Jay-
They got to be so far in, man.
Jay McDaniels is averaging 20 a game right now based on Luka's help defense. Period.
Like, he's a liability out there, man. It's embarrassing at times.
Man, Anthony Edwards at 43. I did not know that.
Big game. Got to give it up to Ant.
And he was bullying the yo king whole time.
Hey, look,
So like, it's okay.
you ever seen a well-done steak?
It's
You
time
ever
for
had a
Dodgers
well-done
baseball.
steak?
Can't play guys like that.
And an ounce of blood in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's over.
So let's get back to that. So Lakers been in the last two games late in the fourth quarter before melting down. So as Jovan Buha pointed out, Wolves have outscored the Lakers in each fourth quarter in the series. Fourth quarter scoring margin being 105-69. So about 9 points a quarter in the fourth. So JJ Redick obviously drew some criticism for his decision to not sub in the second half. First time a coach has done that in the playoffs in at least the last 25 years. Redick was asked about the decision to not sub at all, and this was his response.
It's not a planned thing to play five guys an entire second half. We asked him at the beginning of the fourth quarter, told them we had 2 extra timeouts. You know, if you need a sub, let us know. Those guys gave a lot.
Those guys gave a lot. LeBron didn't score in the fourth quarter, as I mentioned. Luka was 1 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, but did go 5 for 5 from the line. Austin Reeves was 2 for 7 from 3 in the fourth quarter. That's your big 3 right there.
Austin Reeves in foul trouble and still managed to play 35 minutes. Right? That's a normal game. 35 minutes, normal game, right? You trying to, had he not been foul trouble, he would have been 45, 46 too.
Facts. Doran Smith would have been over there not doing nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Bro.
Jackson Hayes, I think, only played 4 minutes in the game.
But congratulations, JJ Redick. You allowed yourself.
Got a lob in that time.
JJ Redick has allowed himself to reap the benefits of being a hypocrite. Remember that time he criticized Doc Rivers when he was working for ESPN?
I do remember.
Talking about how Doc doesn't switch up his lineups and all this shit, and he's and now he the coach looking like Doc up there, stressed
Doc
out.
look like Doc right now.
No, I'm not. He don't look like Doc. He looked like the guy who was criticizing Doc. Now he's sitting in Doc's seat being criticized. Cause he looked like he's stressed out. He looked like he ain't confident in that he gonna be there for the next 3 years.
Oh, he confident. He confident.
That man's sweating.
Ain't nobody trading. Ain't nobody
You
firing
must don't
him.
know. Hey,
It just,
it's 2 years.
sometimes you be in them
Okay.
situations where you
First round exit this year.
That Mind the Game podcast it ain't
no,
reflecting.
you just like,
It ain't
damn, man,
reflecting. You
I
was
can't
just
take 'em out.
glazing. You
I
was
can't
just
take 'em out.
glazing.
You were just.
Sometimes
You
you
was
can't take
just glazing. You ain't ran none of them sets.
Sometimes you can't take them out.
You ain't ran none of them sets. You was glazing. Hey man, I would run this if I was Darvin.
They was winning though.
I'd run this.
You winning. You winning up until the last 2
Full
minutes.
of shit, man. Full of shit.
And King, like you
That's
pointed
what the
out-
hell y'all get.
Any coach that asks a player, hey, do you want to stay in the game or come out in that moment? The player's going to say, I want to stay in the game.
You can ask a 6-year-old that shit.
They do want to stay.
I don't want to sub out.
They
do.
even when-
Coach, I gotta come out, coach. Coach, is it me this time? No, it's automatic sub. Automatic. Got 10 of y'all. They making me put y'all in every 5 minutes. Just 10 of y'all.
The best is when a couple kids don't show up. so
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
can
You get to play more. So this just like right. So,
But
you ask any age group of basketball player, any athlete,
who
we don't want
want
to come.
thank you? Who want to come out?
But you got to listen. I ain't saying listen. So you can't find 2 minutes.
No.
Why?
You up 10.
Like, we were just talking
Timeouts.
about New York,
You
talking
up
about
10.
they complaining about about getting subbed out.
Of course they want to come out. Yeah, they want to come out the game
We were just talking about when you just said, I wish I had that
during the regular
when I-
season.
Because
play.
you're playing
Hey.
hard while you're out there, bro.
I don't want to average
You're
40.
playing hard.
I don't
while
want to
you're
average
out there.
43 minutes during the regular
There's
season.
no way you can play the whole second half,
the
not come
playoffs-
out and play hard.
I don't want to average
the
43
whole
during the regular season.
time. You
Nick.
know that.
So how many you want to average in the
During the
playoffs?
regular season?
In the playoffs.
43.
Not in the regular season.
I want to average in regular season.
I played 34, but most I average like 34, 35 minutes.
So
a night.
can
would
you?
love
The
to
question
be-
is, can you? That's the question. Are you in shape to?
I played 55 in the game before, shit like that.
Play
It's-
them minutes. You would love to play them minutes.
So can we actually do it and be ready for those minutes if you
be
prepare for those
effective
minutes?
when you out there.
You got to prepare for that shit.
You can't ask a
They
40-year-old
ain't did it
not to
all
do that.
year. They ain't did it all year.
Only reason it's bad with LeBron because you know he's gonna take some players off and no plays they might
is
score
Luka.
on that.
Luka
You said
take more
you
plays
know
off
you
than
know he
anybody.
gonna take some plays off.
Just because you're 40, anybody at this age can't.
What about Luka? What's Luka's excuse?
26 years old.
You can't take no plays off.
He take more off than anybody.
But with all that being said, it was up though. That's the it was up 10.
Right.
And
Right.
So it's sub.
Yes.
46 minutes season high for Luka in that game.
Sub.
And guess what? You're down now.
There's timeouts coming. You can buy time. Them 2 minutes can
And
turn into.
you know the timeout's coming because he's telling you.
Yes. it's
TV
one time.
timeout coming right now, JJ. Take him out.
Can I see that turnover? The half court one.
With LeBron?
I want to see what did it go off somebody's foot or bounce?
It's a bad pass.
Bad pass.
That pass.
Fuck.
He
He,
now
was
didn't get
tired.
open.
He looked tired.
He
It
didn't-
looked like a tired pass.
He didn't get
Yo,
open.
this what.
It looked
That's
like
the
a tired pass.
excuse. Like,
He didn't get open.
well, did it go off somebody's foot? No, Nick, it's a bad pass.
And LeBron admitted they said it was a bad. He said it was a
It's a
bad.
bad pass,
Oh, he admitted
man.
that?
He did.
Okay.
He's accountable.
Well,
It was a bad pass.
Bad pass.
He
Like,
admitted it's a bad pass.
nigga, maybe it went off somebody's foot. Try to-
Probably did. You never know.
LeBron, ethical hooper.
We didn't take a look at it.
And a part of the ball.
Normally.
We tell the
If it's a
6-year-old
part-
that.
If you hit it, it's a part of the ball.
There he
Absolutely.
say go.
when you take a look at it,
My 6-year-old said, Dad, hands are part of the ball, right? How could that possibly be a foul?
Yeah.
your 6-year-old said that.
Yeah, it is. They said
All right, this is what we doing in the world.
I thought
hand is a
how,
part of the ball.
what I've been taught.
Hand
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of the ball.
Said, so, know
If
what
you
I'm
get
saying?
it-
Sometimes.
If you the
get it-
defense, the hand a part of the ball. If the offense, that's a
you
foul,
get it-
right, Dad?
Like, I'm.
If he hit my hand, right, Dad? Hey, Dad, if I shoot the ball and he hit my hand, that's a foul, right?
Absolutely.
You have to tell him no, son.
Ethical. He said, no, that's
No, son.
No, he hit my hand.
He's allowed to hit your hand.
Like Alex
if
in
you
the
got the
commercial.
ball in your hand, he can hit you.
The sportsmanship commercial. No, he hit my hand. It wasn't. No,
He
it was
was
good.
driving.
So,
it.
Dad, we can take an extra step after we have our pivot foot established
Or we can change it? Why he
to
just
another
do it?
foot, and it's not a travel?
It's a gather, son.
Oh, we talking about Ant-Man?
It's a gather step.
Damn, that's weird. Thought you had to always keep your pivot foot down.
But let's talk about Ant-Man. We got to give him his love. Averaging 30
probably
points,
the worst
8 rebounds,
series, right.
6 assists, 45, 43, 83 shooting splits. Gotten it done on both sides of the ball. Easily been the best player in the season, in the series, excuse me. And now on the precipice of potentially eliminating the Lakers. So in the last 2 playoffs, swept KD, beat Joker in 7. Now has a
man.
chance to beat
Hey,
LeBron.
Phoenix 2.0, man. Darvin, yeah, Phoenix 2.0. Last year was KD. And... Fuck, bro. Thank you.
You can see
We all
our
fucked
staff not rolling.
We all fucked up.
You needed that, huh?
Yeah, I needed it.
Somebody had something slapped out of their hand, did not call for a foul. Said, oh, no call. Had a part of the
This is
ball.
like for me, because I didn't. Both teams I don't want to see lose just because Ant-Man is like one of my favorite players. Lakers is obviously my team. So this was a tough series for me anyway, you know. Just,
It's
I don't
okay,
wanna
Swag.
talk about it, man.
It's time for Dodger baseball. Don't worry, we got Shohei, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Andy Pahe.
Way to deflect, Josiah.
We still got Tatum.
LA
Still
Sports
got
Tech.
Tatum.
All right,
You got Tatum?
Still
We're
got
talking
Tatum.
about them Lakers now. It's good you want to talk about the Dodgers, but we're talking about
a great
the Lakers
baseball
right now,
team.
right? We're talking about the current state of this 3-1 deficit that the Los Angeles Lakers are in.
Lakers.
Out there going to try to come out of this.
Shannon fried. LeBron tried. Luka died. Wolves in 5.
Channing Frye. Luka tried. Channing gonna die. Wolves in 5.
Producers have alerted
hate
me
you, bro.
in the chat says
From the depths of my
sufficient Lakers
core.
talk for this afternoon.
I would never like you as a person. Ever in life. I would never like you.
So we got to talk about
What's wrong with you?
one more
When
thing.
you did this, that's what made me think of it.
Channing
5.
Frye. That's the first thing.
Shannon fried.
We got to talk one more thing in the world of sports. We're going to shift over to football. NFL